What's up, everybody? Back for another Whodunit Beer review, and today the beer I have comes courtesy of a friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Jeff, aka NoJinx. He actually sent me a recent beer mail that included 3 different Whodunit / mystery beers, and yeah, it's awesome of him. Great dude. Awesome dude, actually. He hooked me up with a lot of great beer. In the description box, I will post a link to the beer mail unboxing video we did of all the goodies he sent my way. And it was really cool that he included some Whodunit / mystery beers because it's been a while since I've done a review. And honestly, they're a ton of fun, so thank you very much, Jeff. So if you're unfamiliar with what Whodunit / mystery beers are, basically, they're blind beer reviews. Somebody will wrap up and conceal a beer, like the one in front of me. They will then either send or give me said beer, and I will review the beer like I do any other beer on my channel, with the lone difference being I have no idea what the beer is. So at the end of the review, I have to guess the style, the ABV, and I'm feeling confident enough, the actual beer itself, although it's rare that I'll even try to do that. I did it once and I failed miserably, so haven't really done it since then, but who knows, maybe at some point. I'll also give it a rating before I reveal it, so you guys know what I think about the beer before we see the label, we see the brewery, and we see the beer itself. So the first beer that Jeff sent my way was very interesting. I did okay on it. I missed on the ABV by almost 2 percentage points, which was kind of disappointing, but I think I did pretty good with the rest of the beer. And it wasn't my best showing, wasn't my worst, somewhere in between. So I'm hoping I do a little bit better today, but we'll see. So the beer in front of me is in a 12-ounce can. Aside from knowing that Jeff, who lives in the great state of Michigan, sent me the beer, I really don't know anything about this beer other than it's in a 12-ounce can. It has some Christmas wrapping paper on it, and we're gonna drink it and try to figure out what's going on. So anyway, let's crack it open, get it into the glass. Now this beer is about 45 minutes out of the fridge. Because I don't know the style, I usually just, try to drink them somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes out of the fridge, just so they're not ice cold, and also so they're not room temperature. If you get like an adjunct longer room temperature, you might be in some trouble, right, Paul? PA Brew News, Yingling, American Wild Ale? Yeah, I know. Oh, wow. So right from the get-go, I'm going to say that there is fruit involved in this one, just based on, let's put the wrapping paper like this, just based on the color. So wow, that pours out this really like lighter purple, definitely some mahogany hints to that one. Kind of looks like there's cherry or I'd say raspberry juice in there. About a half finger of a light pink head. Yeah, there has to be some kind of fruit in here. I can smell from here. I don't really know. Definitely, I'm gonna say cherry in this one. It smells like it's a cherry, like a. I don't want it to sound bad, but it sounds like, it smells like there's like a medicinal cherry note to this one. Yeah, definitely medicinal cherry. Not quite as pungent as say like a cough syrup would be, but something in that realm. Then there's like an underlying, like almost citrus note and like a little bit of like dank qualities to it. Like I would guess right now, this, based on the nose, it's either like an American Pale Ale or American IPA that has cherry juice in it, or cherries in general. That's what I'm going for right now. Yeah, not much more. It just has a really big medicinal cherry. It doesn't smell fake or artificial. It just, well, I guess technically it would, right? Because medicinal cherry kind of is the fake smell. So I guess this kind of has like a fake, almost cherry cough syrup kind of nose to it. It's not off-putting, because I actually used to enjoy cherry cough syrup or like cherry cough drops, and that's kind of what I'm getting out of this. But yeah, underlying like citrus, like orange, a little bit of grapefruit, maybe even a touch of like stone fruit, peach, apricot, a little bit of like dankness underneath. I don't know. I don't know if the base is an IPA or a pale ale or something like that, but that's kind of where I'm going. Anyway, let's get a nose on it. Cheers. Or let's get a nose. I'm a mess today. Let's get a taste on it. Thanks again, Jeff. Yeah, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that the base of this beer is an IPA. It definitely, I'm getting a bitterness on the back end. Getting a little bit more of like a grassy, herbaceous, dank, almost slight aspirin bitterness to it. that cherry flavor is more authentic in the taste. It's not as like medicinal and just... The nose, I was trying to be nice, but the nose, it wasn't great. Even though I like cherry cough drops and like that flavor, just the nose was like, oh, this is very medicinal. The body on this one, like straight up medium body. It's a little bit of a syrupy kind of thing going on, probably from the fruit edition, which I think is cherries. It has a very soft and smooth mouthfeel, not really like creamy or luxurious, so to speak. There's definitely a decent amount of carbonation. Right up front, though, you're hit with that cherry sweetness. Again, what I perceive to be cherry sweetness. As it passes through the palate, a little bit of that orange, grapefruit pithiness, not really any of the tropical or stone fruits I was picking up in the nose ever so slightly, not really here. And then it finishes pretty dry, semi to full dry, with like an slight aspirin pill bitterness. And honestly, it finishes with that bitterness mixing in with like a slight syrupy sweetness. Has a decent balance between it. Doesn't finish overly dry or overly sweet or overly bitter. Has a decent balance there. But yeah, the whole point of these reviews is to be honest, and this is just not really doing it for me. I'm not going to say this is a bad beer. I'm not going to say this is, you know, undrinkable or anything. It's fine, but this isn't really doing it for me. So first off, let's guess the style. I am going to say an American IPA that is brewed with cherries or cherry juice. Could be raspberries, blackberries. I know that's a cop-out, so I'm going to stick by American IPA with cherries just because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's cherries in this one, just based on the color and whatnot. I'm going to put the ABV around 6.4%, just guess 6.4. And I don't know the beer here. Yeah, I don't know the exact beer. American IPA, brewed with cherries, 6.4%. And rating-wise, 3 to 3.25 is the best I can do for this one. Not really winning me over. Probably one of the most, I guess, disappointing Whodunit beers from just a taste standpoint. More often than not, when somebody sends me them, I enjoy them. And that's not the fault of Jeff. Actually, I wish more people would send kind of like beers that they don't like or that they want a good opinion, like my opinion is good. They want somebody else's opinion or take on a beer maybe they think is underwhelming. Maybe that's what Jeff did here. Maybe not. Maybe he loves this beer and I'm just being an ass right now. But regardless, American IPA with cherries, 6.4%. I have no idea what it is. Let's crack it open. Let me pour the rest in here. All right, we'll throw this over here. Let me see. Okay, I can start the top here. Probably going to be all messed up. Oh, it's Perrin. Did I have this beer before? Now, hang on. I think I might have had this beer before because Eric sent me some Perrin beers. And I remember the can here. And now I'm looking at the color. It's probably not cherry based on the color of the can too, but I don't know. Jeff did an amazing job taping these. Rod and Eric and Todd, they like to give me shit for my beer mail tapings. Yeah, he did a pretty good job there. Okay, so I did not do a terrible job. So this is from the Perrin Brewing Company. This is their Blackberry IPA. So it says on back here, this seasonal brew combines the tart sweetness of ripened blackberries along with an aromatic floral bouquet of fresh Michigan bittering hops. Sit back with this beer and enjoy the change of the seasons wherever you are. I want to say I've had this, and I think they're cherry IPA. The look on it, you know what? It's still, to me, giving me cherry vibes. Yeah, I still, listen, my palate's ridiculously dumb. You guys know this, but I'm getting more cherry than blackberry. Regardless, it is a fruited IPA, so pretty much did a good job there. 5%, I said 6.4. This has, because of the blackberries, a slight syrupy sweetness to the mouthfeel. That's why I said I pegged it around medium, maybe even slightly higher at this point. So good job. Here's the thing about Perrin. You know, I don't remember drinking, you know, their beers blind. Like I had this one and I'm pretty sure there's cherry IPA. And I don't remember what I said about the blackberry IPA. I probably gave it like a 3.5 or something. Doing it blind, this isn't really doing it for me. Simple fact of the matter is, it's not a terrible beer or anything. Like I said, it wasn't a bad beer. But this is coming off, in the taste, it's coming off more authentic, that blackberry character, even though I mistook it for cherry. But the IPA base is just kind of it's subpar. It really is. There's a slight aspirin bitterness, a little bit of Citrus quality is a little bit of like dank, maybe resinous pine, but like it's this kind of, if you told me this is like a fruit beer with some bitterness or something, sure. That's why I kind of went to the IPA side of things, because it did have a substantial bitterness, had that little citrus and dank qualities and whatnot. But yeah, I'm going to stick to my 3 to 3.25 on this one. I'm not overly impressed by it. I will say this about Aspirin though. Between having this and, spoilers, the last Whodunit beer from Jeff was their Carrot Cake Cream Ale. I really like the mouthfeels of these two beers. I really like the bodies. I think for lower ABVs, I think that was 5.8 and this is 5. They drink bigger, which is why I guess the ABV to be bigger. The mouthfeel and the body are pretty nice on this. That's the one redeeming quality for this beer specifically for me, is that the body and mouthfeel are pretty damn solid. But overall, it's just not for me. So that was Aspirin, and it was their Blackberry IPA, and I guessed a cherry IPA. They say 5% because that's what it is, and I say 6.4% because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy with how I did with this one. I wish I would have nailed blackberries as opposed to cherries, but you taste what you taste. So I think I did a decent job with this one. Again, missed on the ABV by almost 1.5%, but at the end of the day, I pretty much guessed a fruited IPA, and that's what it ended up being. Even though I didn't pick out the blackberries and went cherry, I'm still happy with how I did. And I'm very thankful that Jeff sent me this one. I'll be curious to see if this is one beer that he really enjoys, or maybe one he doesn't, and wanted to see somebody else's take on it, because I'm not really digging it. For those of you who watch my channel out there from Michigan, like, you know, Brad Allison, for instance, or Tyler Finkbeiner, or any of those guys, if you've had this one, I want to know your opinion on it, because I have had this one before, I'm pretty sure, and I've never been over, you know, blown away by it or anything, and I think I actually like it less doing the whole Whodunit / mystery beer review. Anyway, appreciate you guys stopping by for another Whodunit beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Thanks again to Jeff for this one and all the beers he sent my way, and until the next one, cheers.